G'day, how you going? Well, as most of you know, I'm trying to get back into some club work, trying to give up the mobiles, and people keep asking me, you know, how you going, John? You know, you getting anywhere, blah blah blah. So what I've decided to do is to do a bit of a video diary to let you guys know what I'm doing and basically how I'm doing it, because people are always asking me, you know, how do I get a job in a nightclub? Like, it's so hard to break into. Like, what do I have to do? So this is what I'm doing, or what I'm going to do and what I've done. I'm a bit behind. I'm probably about 2 weeks behind. I should have started this 2 weeks ago. So I'll try and remember all the things that I've done. But like I say, this is not the be all and end all. At the moment, not much success. But these things don't happen overnight. You know, some people are lucky and just through somebody, know somebody, and they can virtually walk into a nightclub. But for a lot of us, you know, we have to work for it. Most of us aren't that lucky. So over the next few weeks, I'll just be giving you little tips and suggestions. I'll be telling you what I've done, the good things I've done, the bad things I've done, so hopefully you can learn something from what I'm going through at the moment. And I'll tell you what, it's pretty frustrating, let me tell you. But more about that later. First, the first tip, well, it's not really a tip, it's an observation that I can give you. You know, I started nightclub DJing when I was 18 and been on and off since then. And it doesn't matter what you've done in the past, it really doesn't. It doesn't matter how good of a DJ you are, it really doesn't matter. And we'll go into that with a bit more detail. So basically, the first thing I did when I decided, right, I want to be a nightclub DJ, is do a lot of mixes, okay? All those people that are friends of mine on Facebook, you'd know, there's always a little message coming out about a new mix that I've done. And then just recently, a couple of weeks ago, I decided to put my mixes up on iTunes. Only because it's obviously it's a lot more popular than, you know, having your mixes on, you know, one of those share sites. You know, you say to people, oh, you can download my mixes on iTunes, and their eyes sort of light up. iTunes? And make sure you tell people it's free, because I had one guy, I sent a guy an email, and he says, this is no way to sell yourself to me, I'm not going to buy your demo off iTunes. And I wrote him back and said, hey mate, it's free. I think I wrote that in the email. So it just goes to show that a lot of promoters and managers, and they don't really read your emails and letters. They don't really read them, they just have a quick look, DJ application, throw it away. So anyway, we'll go through that in more detail later. So the first thing that you've got to do, that I suggest, is get yourself on iTunes. If you think you're good enough to DJ in a club, I don't care if you've never DJed outside your bedroom, because it doesn't matter what you've done in the past. It really doesn't. It matters how good you are now. Anyone can DJ in a nightclub. So if you think you're good enough, start getting your mixes on iTunes. It's sort of free to set up. It's free to download. You've got to actually upload your music onto another site. It's not actually stored on iTunes. So that other site may charge you to host your mixes. The one I'm using is only charging me like about $12 a month or something like that. So it's not that expensive. So that's what I suggest you do, is get as much exposure as you can with your mixes. Hand them out to everybody. You don't know who your friends are at school. You know, somebody's friend or dad or uncle might be a promoter. He gets a hold of a mix and goes, wow, this guy's great. You just never know. Now, I've only been on iTunes for, what, a couple of weeks, and they have a top 100 on iTunes. Top 100 most downloaded. There's most downloaded video and audio. Now, this is the audio. I don't know how well you can see that, But number one is Triple J, Free Music. It's just a radio station here in Australia. The Thriller Cast, number 2. Obviously the big boys are there. Armin van Buuren's number 3. Tiesto's number 4. Ministry of Sound is number 6. And you will see down here at number 18 in the top 100 most downloaded podcast, House of Trance, DJ John Beck. Now that, believe it or not, has got me a lot of attention. I mean, I don't know, who are some of the other famous DJs on here? Here we go, there's Roger Sanchez. So there's more people downloading my podcast than they are downloading the Roger Sanchez podcast. I mean, I'm stoked, and I tell you what, I've got all you guys to thank for it, because I don't have that many friends, except for you guys on YouTube and Facebook. So I'm ahead of Gareth Emery. He's 53. So it is possible, and honestly, who am I? I'm a nobody. I'm just a mobile DJ from Melbourne. John Digweed is number 74. So these are some of the famous names that I'm ahead of. David Guetta. So if you can get yourself on iTunes, get yourself noticed, it helps. I've had DJs hunt me down and want to become friends of mine on Facebook. Like, I haven't chased them up, they've actually chased me up. And then when I look at their, once you become friends, you look at their site and you go, holy shit, look at this guy, he wants to be my friend. How the hell did he find me? So that is one of the best things I've done in the last 2 weeks, is put myself on iTunes. If you're smart enough, you'll work out how to do it. If I can do it, I'll tell you what, a 6-year-old kid could do it, because I'm no Einstein, in case you haven't worked it out yet, but I know how to DJ. So that's what I'm going to do over the next few weeks, few months. I'll keep you posted with what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and like I say, you pick what you want to do, and maybe you might learn some bad things, maybe you might learn something good that might help you, but that's what I want to do for the next few weeks. So as I say, so far, not really getting a lot of interest, had a couple of bites, but that's the first thing. A couple of days, maybe next week, we'll go into some of the other things that I've been doing to try and get a job in a nightclub. So for now, I'm going to keep practicing and enjoying. Bye for now.